Right, well, you're joining me today to have a go at a little bit of a curry, joining me in my little helper. So I've made this curry a few times. It's out of this book, Feeding Littles and Beyond, and oh, well done for spitting out your food. I've kind of adapted the recipe a slight bit, added a few other different bits and pieces. Where let me show you my ingredients and what we're going to do to make this thing extra tasty. Okay, so already got a few bits and pieces ready. You need your cauliflower, onion, garlic, ginger, tiny little, whoa there, that's mine, thank you, keep that there, or you can just have it, whatever you fancy. So we picked up this tikka paste. This adds some real nice depth of flavour and obviously the curry style flavour. So coconut milk for the rich creaminess of the curry, we like a bit of that. Chickpeas, again, more depth of flavour and texture. And then some tinned tomatoes just to bulk it out. So let's get at it. It's one of the most simplest meals to make. Literally one pot, nice big saucepan. And as long as you've already pre-sliced all your vegetables, onion, garlic, ginger, we're just going to chuck that straight in. Let's get going. Okay, little splash extra virgin, little splash of olive oil. We'll heat the pan right up and we'll start chucking stuff in. Do you want to have a bit of strawberry? Oh, I'd rather we didn't put our hands right in. Your mummy is going to kill me. Okay, just to test the oil is warm enough, just chuck in a couple of bits of onion in there, sizzle it away nicely. Now, I've actually got the other half of this onion to slice, so I'm going to slice that now and get the other bit of this garlic squashed, and then all these bits and pieces going in. Atlas is using the rolling pin. Yeah, well done, buddy. Okay, tip with the garlic. You've got your garlic clove with its skin on. If you squash it, and you just put in all of my onion in the sink, the skin will peel right off. That's my knife. No thank you. If you've tried taking skin off of garlic without doing that before, but it's impossible. There you go, little trick for you. Okay, it's a few bits and pieces chopped up. Inside here we have, what have you got? Tomato? No? Strawberry. Inside here we have our sliced peppers, diced onion, crushed garlic, and chopped up ginger, about 10 grams of ginger, finely sliced up and squished. Otherwise it's a whole onion, whole pepper, and 2 garlic cloves. As that is, sliced up. Straight in. Okay, so we're just going to fry these bits and pieces off until it's all nice and brown. Only about 3, 4, 5 minutes. So I'll come back in a second. Oh no, what? Oh no, Daddy's going to get told off. What are you doing? Oh no! Oh no, what's that, little boy? You funny? You showing? Ow! Atlas, hold it. Ow! Here you go, put it in. Jeez. Oh, you're vicious. You're vicious. Okay, so it's been a few minutes. That's sweated off nicely. Now, whilst I was waiting for that to fry off, we've sliced up my cauliflower into nice small florets. Fills a whole bowl. That was a decent sized cauliflower, wasn't it, bud? What do you think of them? That's a cauliflower. Oh, you're going to try and slice that up? So yeah, it's about 600 grams of cauliflower there. This really changes a lot I've cut my finger, so there's extra flavour in there now. There's been days we've bought cauliflower and it's like 300 grams, so a good 600 gram cauliflower is great. Now, before we add that though, give this a little bit more of a mix. I'm just going to turn that down about a medium heat. I'm going to add the flavour. That flavour being this tikka masala spice paste. So a good couple tablespoons of this. Now, oh, it absolutely smells delicious. This is flavour, although it's a 2 chili out of 3 chili, it says a medium. This is not spicy to me, and I'll be honest, pepper is spicy for me. This is a real nice flavour, especially when you add the coconut milk. It obviously just takes the intensity out. So a good, we're not going in there again. A good heaped couple of tablespoons of that and go in there. Okay, all those veg and bits and pieces in there. The peppers and the onions are all coated nicely in that tikka masala paste. Next up, stop bleeding everywhere. And in goes all of that cauliflower. I've just taken it off the heat for a second so it doesn't burn any of that paste. I'm just going to stir it around to coat all of the cauliflower florets in that nice flavour. Right, I'm going to put that back on the heat now just to warm that all through. Cauliflower are all nicely coated. Come and have a look. Cauliflowers are quite nicely coated in the sauce there. Okay, so on a medium heat. Now I've combined that cauliflower isn't really going to cook properly without some sort of moisture in there to help tenderise it. So in next go our chickpeas, our coconut milk and our tinned tomatoes. I'll get these ready, we'll throw them in and we're very nearly there. Okay, we've got our chickpeas, coconut milk, tinned tomatoes ready. Chickpeas in we go. A little moisture left in the bottom there. Start sizzling the pan away. Get that all mixed in together. Tinned tomatoes, nice and easy. They go straight in. Quite straightforward. Now, last thing, coconut milk. So, for those of you who haven't used coconut milk before, tin of coconut milk. This is not a liquid on the top. That is the noise I made when I stabbed this coconut milk not near the pan. Now, word of advice, I'm going to stab it with my knife to get this creamy top. There's probably about 2 inches of cream, hard cream, and then it goes into the liquid underneath. I'm going to open it up over the pan, and it's okay just to have that cream and chuck it in there because it will obviously melt. It will melt into the pan when it gets a little bit warmer. So loads of cream in this one. Come and have a look at this. Okay, coconut milk in. That's a substantial amount of coconut, hard coconut milk there. That's gonna slowly melt, which will be lovely. We'll melt that into the rest of that sauce. That will thicken it up nicely. And if there was any real tough spice in that tikka masala paste, that takes the edge off it. This certainly isn't hot spicy. For me, it's a real nice, smooth flavour, especially when you add your rice, naan bread, whatever else you've got to add to it. So, I've calculated the macros on my phone using my Fitness Pal, and for what we've just put in the saucepan there, That's about 4 portions worth, being generous. I'll probably have a good 2 portions worth of that. All together in the pan is about 13 to 1400 calories, if I remember right. That's not a lot, considering the volume there. Good macros in there. We can add rice separately, so either your packed rice, you know how much exactly is in there, it says on the back. Or I'm going to do long grain rice. So per 100 grams, 28 grams of carbs, and that's 130 calories. So for when I'm watching what I'm eating at the moment, cutting, I can still have nice, tasty, home-cooked food. This is a meal that my family eats. It's got good macronutrients. It tastes delicious. And I can actually have quite a lot of volume of it, which is nice. I'll come back in a minute when it's almost ready. And we'll go from there. I'll see in a bit. Now, shall I turn the light off? Ow, my eyes. Oh, right. That's been about 20-25 minutes. And I'm eating my dinner. I've made my dinner, my lunch at the same time. Come on over. Lunch, green beans, rice, and tuna. Delicious. Okay, so this had simmered all the way through. It's reduced right down to a nice, quite thick consistency. You know the cauliflower is, let me put you back, hold on a minute. You know the cauliflower is done when you stab it with your knife and it just falls straight back off. Now, this is for my dinner tonight, my late meal this evening. I'll be at work, but I've made it so that everyone can eat it. Like I said before, right, this is a family meal. I take it to work a bit later and I heat it up in the microwave. Add some rice. Add one of these little naan breads, quite small, about the same size, maybe a bit smaller than the size of my palm of my hand. Just ups the carbohydrates maybe a tiny bit. Makes it taste delicious. I've put all of my food into my Fitness Pal for an example today. I'm going to share that on the screen. And what you'll notice when making this, as I said before, right, it's 1300 calories for the whole thing. I'll have, I mean, it's quite a lot there. I'm going to upper estimate and say I'm going to eat half of that. That's about 600, 700 calories. With everything else that I've eaten today, that still leaves me with 500 to go. And that's my 3 meals in. So I've got plenty of room to enjoy myself. And that's the main reason, right? You can stick to your calorie goal. You can eat your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and snacks. You can have whatever you want, as long as you don't go over that target calorie number. You have your protein goal, then there you go. Anyway, that is our cauliflower, chickpea, and pepper curry. I hope you enjoy it. If you try it, let me know. And I'll see you in a bit.